this year's American film market really has been the first true market to come back in full form since the pandemic. Seeing all these people here and seeing the packages that are here and the films that are here, all of that is going to be evaluated. The sales that are done here, millions of dollars in film sales are going to be done under this roof over the next 6 days. And a lot of what is done here will be looked at and will be used for others in the industry to really be able to, predict and tell what the temperature of the marketplace is right now.
With everything being backed up and the way we consume content and all the different platforms, you got like Roku, TV, like they're all expanding and they're all becoming big enough where they can all sustain their own audiences, but they need content because they're originally just for distribution. So more of these companies are looking at companies that are at AFM with films, to put content on. Then you also have something like Film Hub, which is essentially a self-distribution platform that actually is very helpful.
Content is king, and so the more content you can have for your channels, the more money you will make. And whether you are a streaming platform or a TV channel, whatever it may be, the more stuff you can give to your viewers, the more people will come to you.
Bigger picture, first of all, the level of addressable audience, the sheer volume of addressable audience is nothing but growing. And that's not going to go away. Obviously, it might shift, now that we're all back out again, hopefully. More gaming, more outdoor activities, whatever, but people's attention and focus on entertainment is nothing but increasing.
The need for streamers to amass large content libraries has created a surge in another type of entertainment product.
The growth and the prominence of local content.
A lot of local productions, movies that are specifically for a certain locale and things like that.
A lot of globalization. They're interested in African stuff. This is quite new. It's a very international market.
People from everywhere around the world basically are here. The UK, France, Germany, Malaysia is here this year, Japan.
My name is Tuko. I'm a Bermuda Tourism Authority.
My name is Michelle Sin. I'm from Malaysia.
I'm representing the Consulate of Uruguay.
AFM to represent this beautiful landscape in Saudi Arabia.
Since Parasite's Best Picture victory at the 2020 Oscars, followed by the massive success of Netflix's Squid Game, foreign films and series have been tantalizing distributors with their growing popularity, evolving production value, smaller budgets, and location tax credits.
40% rebate.
25% cash rebate, total tax refund,
Established tax rebates and all of that.
A cash rebate of 30 to 35%.
The shift has brought a level of democratization to a notoriously impenetrable field.
You're finding that there's other routes for us that have smaller, no-name movies.
For a young filmmaker, we couldn't make it, but nowadays we have online streaming. So yeah, it's a very great platform for us. It's a big opportunity for us.
Cottage industries have also begun popping up throughout the global media landscape, all looking to capitalize on the rush to streaming platforms and the dispersion of content around the world.
We acquire films and distribute them. We have over 100 channel partners, streaming channel partners that we distribute our films to. We have a catalog of over 17,000 titles that we distribute throughout all these channel partners, and we're here to acquire more titles.
We're a global AI platform, a technology company based in the Silicon Valley. Whenever you produce content, acquire content, sell content, or have content up for consumption, do you know whether it meets the cultural compliance rules and cultural sensibilities for every country in the world? There's some physical violence, and we give you, what's going on, and we can actually show you the specific timestamp of what the issue is.
Lawyers, agents, bankers, anyone who really touches upon film in some way comes to the American film market because it really is a convergence of everybody involved in film.
Many finding their place in this evolving ecosystem have similar takes on the future of moviegoing.
How do I say it nicely?
I would say that brick and mortar cinema, it is a dying industry, and people are just getting more comfortable staying at home and hopping on a streaming platform.
I think going to the movie theater in the US, is probably a plateaued, if not a slow decline, just on a volume and on a revenue mix basis. It's just a very challenging proposition.
Ooh, brick and mortar. I mean, that's a tough one. I'm an 80s baby, so of course I grew up with VCR and I grew up going to the movie theater. But I have to be honest, for the most part, we're streaming, baby.
But while the theatrical phase-out is a popular opinion among many in the industry, others still hope and believe theater-going will persevere.
Everybody here, everybody in the industry, has great faith that theater is going to continue.
When I want to show my movie, I want it on the big screen. I'm shooting to have it on the big screen. My goal is to have it on the big screen.
There will always be a space for theatrical releases.
People here still want to go to the movies. I know I still want to go to the movies.
But their faith has a caveat.
But for a special movie and that special occasion, we will go out.
Because certain movies have to be seen in the theater. There's a communal experience to it.
I think it became like an experience that it would be something that you wouldn't do it like every other weekend.
I feel like as a movie's going to come out, to create an immersive experience for somebody to go into.
It will just be very specific kind of films that can draw audiences and that really do need that communal experience to be able to succeed.
But if going to the theater is turning into a bigger experience to see specific types of films, what films may we start to see less of?